In my mock draft 1.0, I decided to include trades we could see take place on draft night. It's only a matter of time before we start to hear rumblings of QB-needy teams wanting to trade up in the draft to take their signal caller of the future. We will see elite-level players fall down the board due to trade-ups. So with the added excitement of trades, come enjoy a mock draft full of them. 1. Arizona Cardinals, Nick Bosa, edge, Ohio State. The Arizona Cardinals have the rare chance of landing a surefire prospect in Nick Bosa. Bosa is the most dominant pass rusher in this year's class and will pair up well on the opposite side of Chandler Jones. 2. San Francisco 49ers, Josh Allen, edge, Kentucky Niner fans breathe. You aren't getting another interior D lineman here. Josh Allen is a freakish long pass rusher with incredible overall football skills. He will add a quick pass rush to a defensive line in need of an edge rusher. 3. Jacksonville Jaguars, from NYJ, Dwayne Haskins, QB, Ohio State trade alert. The Jaguars felt the pressure to move up after uncertainty surrounding what John Gruden might do with the 4th overall pick, and secure their franchise QB. It's been reported the Jags will move on from Blake Bortles. As a result, Dwayne Haskins is the pick to lead Jacksonville into the future. Haskins has the size and arm talent to deliver every NFL throw. He's a pure pocket passer who reads through his progressions well. Only a one-year starter in college but had a ton of success. 4. Oakland Raiders, Rashawn Gary, edge, Michigan. John Gruden desperately wants fans to forget about the day he traded away a generational pass rusher in Khalil Mack. Rashawn Gary has scouts drooling over his freakish athleticism for his size. He's expected to tear it up at the NFL Combine. Gary's production doesn't show up on paper due to his injury-riddled 2018 campaign, but he has the skill set to be a dominant defender off the edge. John Gruden falls in love with Gary's massive upside and takes him 4th overall. 5. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Quinnen Williams, DT, Alabama. Bucs are just as shocked as you are that they have the chance to draft the second-best player in the class 5th overall. There is talk the Bucs will look to move on from DT Gerald McCoy. With Quinnen Williams still on the board, this becomes an easy decision for the Bucs. Williams is a disruptive force in the middle. He's merely unblockable, as he wrecks games for opposing offenses. Consistently blasting through doubles teams and terrorizing guards, Williams will be a cornerstone piece for the Bucs for the next decade. Nope, no QB here for the men in blue. It looks more and more like the Giants are going to roll with Eli Manning for at least one more season. If this is the case, their number one priority should be to protect Eli. Taking Jonah Williams is a safe pick, as he's one of the most well-rounded players in the draft. Scouts call Williams the next Doug Martin if he were to play guard on the next level. He can play tackle or guard at a quality level. A 3-year starter at Alabama, Williams is a safe bet to have a long, productive career no matter where the Giants decide to stick and play him. 7. New York Jets, from Jax, Clelin Ferrell, edge, Clemson. It made sense for the Jets trade back and accumulate future draft picks to regain what they lost in the deal with the Colts to move up and take franchise QB Sam Darnold in last year's draft. The Jets still managed to land a solid player in Clelin Ferrell. Ferrell is a strong force out on the edge. He has the size and power to win consistently with strength. 8. Washington Redskins, from Det Drew Lock, QB, Missouri trade alert. The Redskins wasted no time sending the Detroit Lions future draft picks to move up in the draft ahead of the Denver Broncos, who are in the market for a QB. The Redskins nab Drew Lock, who has a ton of playing experience. Lock throws the ball well on a rope, fitting it into tight windows. He has ideal size and movement skills to make plays outside of the pocket. Jay Gruden will have fun grooming his QB of the future. 9. Buffalo Bills, Cody Ford, OT, Oklahoma. There should be one singular focus for the Bills heading into 2019, protect Josh Allen. Cody Ford does just that, as he's nimble on his feet for a man who's 6'4", 330 pounds. He's a solid pass protector who will anchor down the right side for the Bills for the next decade. 10. Denver Broncos, Daniel Jones, QB. Duke John Elway hasn't been able to land his QB of the future since Peyton Manning retired after Super Bowl 50. His critics haven't let it go unknown, so Elway takes another swing at it with Daniel Jones. Jones has an impressive stature, standing at 6'5", 220 pounds. He carries his size well, showing great athleticism on designed runs. Jones lacks a big arm but puts a nice touch on his passes. He will have the privilege of learning behind newly acquired QB Joe Flacco before being forced into action. 11. Cincinnati Bengals, Devin White, LB, Elsion. I know, I'm sorry, it's just too obvious of a pick for the Bengals here. With the NFL's worst linebacking core on full display in 2018, the Bengals land an elite-level talent in Devin White. White is a big physical player with crazy sideline-to-sideline speed. He brings the wood in the run game and flies around in coverage. White's high character and leadership are just what the Bengals need to kickstart the revamp of its defense heading into 2019. 12. Green Bay Packers, Jachai Polite, edge. Florida Packers use one of their 2 first-round picks in 2019 on the class's most explosive pass rusher, Jachai Polite. Polite lacks ideal size but makes up for it with elite-level speed and quickness. His get-off gives tackles fits as he blazes by them. 13. Miami Dolphins, Kyler Murray, QB. Oklahoma Dolphins announced their intentions to move on from Ryan Tannehill this offseason, leaving uncertainty at the QB position. Uncertain no more as Kyler Murray falls into their lap 13th overall. Murray became the most intriguing player in the NFL draft once he declared his intention to play football over baseball. At 5'9", Murray's size is a cause for concern, but that's all scouts are worried about because he has it all and more. Murray has incredible speed and quickness to go along with a live arm that can make every throw needed to thrive in the NFL. The Dolphins get a special one to lead them into the future under new head coach Brian Flores. 14. Atlanta Falcons, Ed Oliver, DT. Houston The Falcons have a decision to make on Grady Jarrett heading into free agency, however, taking Ed Oliver here is a no-brainer. Oliver is an undersized DT who whoops interior linemen with his quickness. If the Falcons can re-sign Jarrett and place Oliver next him, they would have a dynamic force in the middle to get after opposing QBs. 15. Detroit Lions from Montez Sweat, edge. Mississippi State. The Lions took advantage of the Redskins' need for a QB and cashed in on future draft picks and traded back. With Ezekiel Ansah being a candidate to hit free agency, Montez Sweat is the perfect replacement. Sweat is a long edge rusher with a kick-it-off. He displays hard work and will be a corner piece for Matt Patricia to build his defense around. 16. Carolina Panthers, Jawan Taylor, OT. Florida Cam Newton ending the season on injured reserve sums up why they need to address the offensive line here. Jawan Taylor is quick enough to handle quick edge rushers and a mauler in the run game. Taylor will give the Panthers stability in pass protection and aggression in the run game. 17. Cleveland Browns, Greedy Williams, CB, LSF. Browns are happy the best man-to-man corner in the draft fell all the way to 17th overall. Greedy Williams is a tall corner with excellent ball skills. His long frame helps him in press coverage. Pairing him opposite Denzel Ward, the Browns will have a solid duo to build on in the secondary. 18. Minnesota Vikings, Andre Dillard, OT. Washington ST. Protecting their $84 million QB is the focus here. Taking Andre Dillard, the Vikings land arguably the best pass protector in the class. Dillard dominated during the week of the Reese's Senior Bowl, making the decision an easy one for the Vikings. 19. Tennessee Titans, Brian Burns, edge. Florida State. The Titans lost Brian Orakpo to retirement, so they replace him with Brian Burns. Burns is speed rusher with nice bend off the edge. He has a smaller frame, but can win with a kick-it-off. The Titans now have two young edge rushers to build around for the future. 20. Pittsburgh Steelers, DeAndre Baker, CB, Georgia. The Steelers' secondary is a mess. DeAndre Baker will come in and be an immediate impact. Baker is a physical corner who will beat you up at the line of scrimmage. As a corner, he's a solid tackler. The Steelers finally get a solid player on the outside. 21. Seattle Seahawks, Jonathan Abram, Mississippi Steelers. Since Cam Chancellor's career came to an abrupt end, the Seahawks secondary hasn't been the same. Jonathan Abram can help bring the boom back to the Legion of Boom. Abram is stout in the box against the run and shows the ability to play well in coverage. 22. Baltimore Ravens, N'Keal Harry, WR. Arizona St. The Ravens are moving forward with Lamar Jackson, so it's important they surround him with weapons. An accurate QB needs a WR with a large catch radius, and that's exactly what N'Keal Harry has. Harry is a big body receiver with sneaky run after the catch skills. He will become a big target for Jackson. 23. Houston Texans, Dalton Risner, OT. Washington Texans have to protect Deshaun Watson if they want to take their offense to the next level. Dalton Risner was another beneficiary of a nice week during the Reese's Senior Bowl. Risner is a sturdy pass protector who will help keep Watson upright in the pocket. 24. Oakland Raiders, from Kai, Josh Jacobs, RB, Alabama. The Raiders used their second first-round pick to solidify their backfield. Josh Jacobs is a do-it-all back. Jacobs flashes multiple skills both in the running and passing game. He will run you over, shake you in open field, or catch a pass and take it the distance. With little tread on the tires, Jacobs will be fresh for years to come as the Raiders' starting RB. 25. Philadelphia Eagles, Byron Murphy, CB. Washington. The Eagles have holes all over the secondary, so landing a player like Byron Murphy is win. Murphy is a solid corner who excels in zone coverage. He has the skills to move into the slot if needed, but plays best on the outside. 26. Indianapolis Colts, Christian Wilkins, DT. Clemson. Colts defense took the league by storm and proved it has cornerstone pieces to build around. Adding Christian Wilkins continues to build on the defense and gives them a solid leader in the middle. Wilkins has 4 years of solid production. He's a safe bet as he carries himself with high character and leadership. 27. Oakland Raiders, Mack Wilson, LB. Alabama. With the Raiders' third first-round pick, they snagged their LB of the future in Mack Wilson. Wilson is a linebacker playing with safety-like instincts. His coverage skills are incredible and he's a violent tackler. Wilson fits the mold of what an NFL linebacker needs to be in today's game. 28. Los Angeles Chargers, Devin Bush, LB. Michigan. Chargers smacked a home run when they landed do-it-all safety, Derwin James. Adding a player like Devin Bush allows them to continue to be innovative on defense and show multiple looks to confuse opposing offenses. Bush is undersized but flies all over, making plays in the run game and in coverage. He will fit right in with what the Chargers are looking to do on defense. 29. Kansas City Chiefs, Nasir Adderley, Delaware. The Chiefs land a baller to roam the middle of the field. Nasir Adderley has elite range and ball skills. He's a pure playmaking safety with sneaky aggression as a tackler. Adderley will give the Chiefs' awful secondary a boost. 30. Green Bay Packers, from No. T.J. Hawkinson, Iowa. Packers and Jimmy Graham didn't quite go as planned. T.J. Hawkinson fixes the tight end position for the Pack. Hawkinson is a rare talent at the position because of his willingness to block in the run game. He's just as talented as a receiver, so he will be able to do everything the Packers ask of him. 31. Los Angeles Rams, Dexter Lawrence, DT. Clemson. Rams aren't pressed to fill any glaring need as they have none, so taking a player with proven production is smart choice. With a question mark around Ndamukong Suh, Dexter Lawrence would be a solid addition next to Aaron Donald. Lawrence is a big 350-pound man plugging the middle in the run game. Point 32. New England Patriots, Irv Smith Jr., Alabama with Rob Gronkowski talking retirement. The Patriots find his successor in Irv Smith Jr. Smith is an athletic freak with untapped potential. He has the size and speed to be fit for anyone who tries to man up on him. Bill Belichick will have fun molding him into the Patriot way.